The Minister of Poverty Eradication, Zephania Kameeta, in a local newspaper said that there are no laws on child pornography in Namibia. Today On One did some digging and found out that there is indeed no law on child pornography, which means anyone in Namibia can produce, possess, distribute or sell pornographic material that exploit or portray anyone under the age of 18. Kameeta feels something urgently needs to be done about this issue.
When it comes to pornography, the legislation is very much weak and should be upgraded or introduced to address the situation, because our children are being exposed by people without any conscience to pornographic pictures and movies over the telephones, and it encourages them perhaps to try and experiment it themselves also at a very tender age. And so it's something of urgency which should be addressed.
Early in July, a local newspaper wrote that an online whistleblowing tool aimed at taking down and preventing the distribution of child pornography was launched in Namibia. This, however, doesn't protect the Namibian child from being documented while performing a sexual act.
Within Namibia itself, we have the Child Care and Protection Act, which has been enacted, but it's currently still under consultation. The consultation means that there's still serious levels of gaps within the Act that needs to be aligned to our legislative system so that the implementation process becomes much more easier. These consultations are consultations that are done with children, with civil society, with government entities, and etc. How do we collectively use those voices together to make sure that the Child Care and Protection Act is enacted so that the gaps that has been identified is ironed out and aligned according to our legislative processes? With that said, I think in Namibia, in the context of protecting children, is how do we do away with ensuring that children don't become vulnerable? I think the aspect of vulnerability is the one that provides that leeway or that doorway where children can be misused, where they can be neglected, where they can be mistreated, abused, and etc.
Relationship Counsellor Ngamane Karuaihe-Upi, also known as Uncle GEP, said that children are not taught about sex at an early age.
Grown people, mostly men, who for whatever reasons are interested and are turned on by children. We don't have this kind of conversation. So to empower our children to say what is wrong touching, what is right touching, what is appropriate, what is not appropriate, who to talk to, who not to talk, and why, it needs to be normalized so that that uncle or stepbrother or whoever who wants to molest the child is empowered.
While child pornography is illegal in other parts of the world, Namibia is yet to pass a law that will prosecute anyone with pornographic material that exploits minors.